I come back to my delicious friends. Taos is dead.
All those lifetimes spent to preserve a single vital secret. I can't imagine having that much certainty.
He spent his lives, more than any of us will ever know. For what? Binding the world to a lie. Could a man like that ever be redeemed?
Yeah, explore soul. With a deep breath, he plunges into Taos' soul and where a Breckenborough had been a maze of narrow corridors and dead ends. Now it's expansive and borderless, its walls crumbling into heaps like the ruin of Ingrid as you pass through them. You travel for what seems like ages, rushing to a known destination, a memory you glimpsed once before. At last you see it, no more than a pinprick of light at the end of a long tunnel, expanding slowly at first and quickly at your near. You know out in the room as you're standing now. Oh no, wait a second. You come out in the room you're now standing. Wait, there is no now. You come out in the room you are standing in now. Here's a now, see? But it is new and pristine and filled with people, thousands of them, all turned towards the great Adra pillar and the machine that encased it. Tao stands at the machine and you are one with him now. Okay. Yeah, because I'm him, sorry. You look out of the crowd at the face of shriveled old men and sharp-cheeked little girls, at mothers bouncing infants to quiet them in the fast, clasping their children's restless hands and watching with somber acceptance. Only with tears in the eyes gives you a small nod. Turn back towards the machine, your breath constricted beneath the weight of unwanted knowledge, preparing yourself to set out alone on a journey without end. You close your eyes and open them again to find the machine still in front of you, beckoning. Take your place in front of it and place your hands upon the magical disc at the base of the great crystal column and speak a single word. Giant rings creak to life, building speed, setting arrays of carved draconic mouths aglow and sending tremors through the platform beneath you. The entire room shakes now with the force of the accelerating machine, all sound drowned out by its deep, deafening thrum. Never seen this word. Brilliant tendrils of light arc outwards from the pillar in all directions, and you look over your shoulder to see them engulfing the crowd, burning them brightly like hot iron. It's disgusting. One by one the tendrils disappear, leaving ashen effigies where people once stood, many of them disintegrate into creep heaps under the stress of the tremors. You look above to the other pillar, and a glowing spiritual mass has begun to coalesce. Whatever atop the column, the arcs converge. It grows and poses translucent and bulbous, like some immersed chrysalis suspended in slow rotation, as though it were being spun from the arcs of light. As the last arc disappears, the spectral mass hangs a moment, no longer rotating, so bright you must shield your eyes with an outstretched hand, and it seems you have to you as though it is looking at you. You bow your head in acknowledgement and look back to see it melt into the pillars like warm candle wax. The pillars flare with a flash of light bright as the sun itself, then fades into darkness. The machine slows down to a propelled, and when the last echo of its grind cogs has passed, the chamber is still and you are alone. From all sides, reality begins to bleed in through the memory, and you find yourself in your own skin once more, looking down at his lifeless body. You sense a listlessness to Tath's soul, an overly fatigue that hinders its immediate escape and makes it vulnerable to manipulation. You feel as though your victory has given you some kind of hold over it, and you are able to do with it as you please. Return to the cycle. Remember this, Taos. No man can hide the truth forever. Tear soul apart. I do not envy you, Taos. All people can hold. Banish the soul. Yep. Put into the forgiveness thingy stuff. You get Tower soul still and subdued, and your pronouncement seems to empower your spirit. Your will seems to you now a thick chain, and you wind, as you wind it around towers, concerning our movement, limiting any possible means of resistance. Call to mind the eternal prison, the vast empty cavern, and its cells of Adra, vacated by souls that chose to betray themselves in order to escape an infinity abyss of hopeless self-reflection. Okay, you choose a vacant pillar and put your consciousness into it, creating a perfect inescapable hollow with space for one. And now you gather up Tower's soul and bear it to the pillar like some bodiless jailer conjured by justice itself. What does this mean? You can feel its resistance now, the abject terror radiating from it. But your bindings will not be broken. And at last it's sealed away. You begin to recede back to your center. You could almost swear you hear a distant wordless cry for mercy. In the stillness that follows, a single word echoes through your mind. A word you spoke when you were one with towers in an ancient memory. Less, it is the word that activates the machine. Can I not loot this guy?
Hello?
I want to loot this guy. Why no loot? Loot is the best. Now activate the machine and become king of all, huh? Go forth. Ah! As you approach the machine, the path underfoot suddenly changes to a cobbled road. If you hadn't expected visions like this already in Ter Evron, you'd be tempted to believe that the machine had sucked you into it and disposed you in the middle of nowhere. The sun blazes overhead, and the rolling meadows and thick forests on either side of the road could be anywhere near it. A shrill cackle, what? Turns your head. Okay. Sky, my god, finally! Nice! Buddy! I love you so much! What the fuck? Let's smoke one together. God? Long time no see. Standing next to you is a malnourished man clad in a threadbare loincloth and manacles. His entire body is stripped with slash marks, and there are scarred pits where his nose and ears should be. He stinks of stale sweat and unwashed filth. You notice someone wandering down the road, but the figure's back is to you. This scared slave has your attention for now.
I have observed you, Watcher. The way you handled that noble girl in Deerford, delivering an idol effigy to her uncle. A most careful scheme.
Yep. Just for you, buddy.
You have labored at the pleasure of others. That shriveled hag in Harter's house. Those preening soldiers with more taste for silk than steel. The wretched tribesmen playing out their fantasies of grandeur. And then you cowered and knelt before the gods themselves, begging one paltry favor and receiving riddles and visions in response.
Yep. Pretty much.
And now the gods give you orders and commands, even while you set out to fix what they cannot. Yet what have they offered you?
Nothing. A suspicious grimace crossed over Alof's face. I get the feeling that this is his way of giving you new orders on behalf of his own master. Be careful, Mikael Deathton. Yes. Given the breadth of the Iron Miracle, it's amazing that he can raise his bone chin arm bone thin arm. But he does, and he points to the person walking the other way along the road.
The exiled queen is not an ungrateful patron.
Okay. Get a better look at the lone figure and realize that he's wearing robes, tattered and singed, but fine nonetheless. On her head is a silhouette of a broken crown. She continues walking, her pace slow and determined.
Finish the work Theos began. Strengthen Woodica with these souls and allow her to become the most powerful of all the gods, with you as her favor.
Nah, he's cruel and deceptive. I don't trust my own god, so... Been working against Whittaker this whole time, why should she thank me now after I've defeated her most loyal servant? What do you mean by favored? The recipient of Whittaker's blessing, she has always had a place of mortal particular merit. Perhaps I know become the most powerful of those gods. No, nah. He rubs his hand together, his black eyes gleaming. Safely hidden, yes, from the violent overlords who would cease to fear punishment in the next life, from the heavy-handed masters who would answer to no one. The world needs some schemes, or are the souls of kids to poor? Nah, that's kind of a point, right? I love snarls, and Theos makes a better overlord. This one is a god of slaves. What would we have left? No, what would he have left in the world where unchained from his mistress' lies? Yeah. The ragged Holland's guy's face wrinkles with disgust. Loyal and weak, Taos proved his inadequacy when he failed to anticipate you and plan expose. It's worse than none at all. Proven resourceful, equal to the sins of gods, Whittaker has long memories watcher for both friends and foes, and she keeps her oaths. Skyen takes a bundle at his feet and hefts his burden to his back. I've claimed the alternative watcher, cutting it as a pawn of the gods or partner of one. The other end of the road, his figure stops. She turns her head just enough to look over her shoulder. Her face is mostly hidden, but one merciless eye peers at you from a cheek of rippled cut. I don't like this Whittaker person. I consider.
Yes, consider well the prosperous lives and the power that awaits you. I'm certain you'll choose well.
He continues down the road when the sun suddenly drops below his horizon. He's plunged in more darkness. You come to your senses in front of the machine. I want loot. Shitheads. What's happening? With your companions bearing witness, you step in front of the place your tunnels once stood before long ago. The red machine lies in front of you, eagle ready. And the machine answers like its operation is not how it works. It works for directing souls. It's simple. It's direction. Yep, activate the machine. The machine growing winning and yes, you're the most of souls into the other way, and there will be your only chance of rejecting them. So helping Whittaker disperse and disintegrate? No, not no. Sending them back, yes. You close your eyes and expand your perception outward, taking in the immense utility of the tens of thousands of souls orbiting the chamber. You gasp. One of souls. Your grasp on the souls is tenuous. You find yourself fighting to keep them all within your influence, and you can should have taken influence ideas. And you can feel them slipping away from you as you gain the speed. A brief moment comes when it feels as though you hold all of them at once, and their force is so great. It feels as though they will tear you apart. In that moment, you dedicate your entire being into bending their orbit, channeling the flow into a new direction.
At your command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all your strength, focusing on your objective and blocking out all else. With a single concussive blast that rocked the chamber and sent you tumbling to the ground, you freed the souls from their stasis. Exhausted, your consciousness slipped away. Your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. Then your eyes closed, and sleep welcomed you at long last. After coming to and searching for some time, you discovered the route Theos used to enter Sun and Shadow, and embarked on a long and arduous ascent back to the surface. You emerged in Terra Evron after days of tunneling through the rubble Theos had left behind. And when you stepped into the daylight, you were faced with a different Deerwood than the one you had left. At your direction, the souls diverted by Theos were guided back to the vessels originally meant for them. For the first time, parents of hollow-born children woke to the cries of their infants and looked into their eyes to see them staring back. People fell to their knees where they stood, thanking Helia or Mogren, or even Aethys for their forgiveness of whatever guilt they felt they bore. But for all the relief that had come to some parents, others only found new grief. For many thousands of Hollowborn had died during Whiterun's legacy, many by their parents' own hands. For those children, there would be no homecoming. Yet the last Hollow birth was in the past now, and those parents willing to risk trying for a new child were frequently rewarded, often with twins. Many felt they saw Helia's hand in it, and the year would be remembered as the year of Helia's splendor. Followers of Bareth have a saying that life is a debt all must pay in death, and their god is known to always come up to his own. In breaking your word to Bareth, a debt was created. Souls were owed to the cycle, and the agents of the god of inevitability would not be refused. An epidemic of unexplained deaths struck Deerwood in the days that followed the legacy. Most often, the dead would be travelers on the road, known to be a favorite target of Bareth's Pallid Knight, who exacts impossible tolls from those who have journeyed for too long. The elderly, too, seem to pass on in alarming numbers. But just as often, the deaths appear to strike randomly, and for no reason at all. Those who sensed the involvement of the twinned god dubbed the calamity Bareth's Price, supposing it a payment for the end of Whiterun's legacy. Though you had killed Lord Radric in his throne room, so strong was his drive to rid his land of Eothasians that he returned to life as a death guard, a deathless crusader for his brutal cause. With the remains of his humanity stripped away, Radric came to see all the people of Gilded Vale as worshippers of Aethys, and one day he led his forces into the village personally to see them all purged from his lands.
Ouch.
Gilded Vale was left a hollow shell, its buildings ruined, and its people slaughtered. Even travelers and would-be squatters knew better than to take refuge inside its borders. Lord Radric returned to Radric's Hold, where he remained, keeping eternal watch over his barren domain.
Okay, that's grim.
Following the assassinations of Duke Avar Wolfgrim and Lady Webb, Defiance Bay was thrown into political upheaval. In the ensuing weeks, the streets had become the domain of looters and blackguards. Few dared to step outside their own doors alone or unarmed. But order was soon re-established by the Knights of the Crucible, who, despite their depleted numbers, had gained favor in the public eye for their role in the unraveling of the conspiracy surrounding Whiterun's legacy, and were quickly reinforced by returning forces from Fleetbreaker Castle. For the Knights, their resurgence marked a return to the tradition as well. Having seen firsthand the dangers presented by dabblers in animancy, the Order quickly abolished the practice internally, preferring the familiarity of their hammers and forges to the uncertainties of Essence and Agra. Their identity rediscovered, the Knights suppressed their political aspirations and began once again to train their recruits in the art of blacksmithing, recapturing the post-revolutionary ideals of Deerwood and regaining the respect of its citizens as a result.
Nice.
Though the machine at sooner had the first families moved in to resettle the district than members of the Leaden Key, acting under standing orders from their Grand Master, climbed the tower and reactivated the machine. The initiates slew a handful of the new settlers under cover of night and watched as history repeated itself, the victims reanimating and devouring the survivors. After this second incident, the district would remain abandoned.
Oh, that's mean.
The Duke's assassination at the apparent hands of an Animancer had caused catastrophic rioting in the streets of Defiance Bay, and few Animancers survived the first day. Many Deerwardens took the end of Widewind's legacy as a sign, both that the gods did not approve of Animancy, and that the purging of Animancers in Defiance Bay had been enough to satisfy them. In time, their rage would subside, and a number of surviving Animancers remained in and around Defiance Bay, often taking to the wilds to practice their science without repercussions.
Okay.
In the town of Deerford, an underground cult dedicated to scam insinuated itself into the town's institutions. It became a popular travel destination for the wealthy, who were actively courted by the town's leadership. But few who visited the town would ever return, as they soon found their fortunes plummeting and their reputations destroyed by their own kin.
Oh, yeah.
The fortress of Cadnua emerged as a bastion of security in the midst of an untamed land, becoming the envy of every thane and earl in Deerwood. Legend grew over time of its impregnability, and stories of formidable invaders easily scattered by the keep's defenses became popular around the hearths of Deerwoodinians. Likewise, it also became a beacon to travelers, merchants, and visiting dignitaries alike. Reputed as the finest fortress in all Deerwood, people would journey from near and distant lands alike to experience its fabled hospitality and grandeur. Adair chose not to return home, still conflicted as to his role in the Saints' War and unsure of his place in the Deerwood. He took a ship to Adair and reunited with his parents. There, he resumed the quiet lifestyle he had grown accustomed to in his years as a farmhand in Gilded Vale. When the dust settled in Sun and Shadow, Alaf looked upon the remains of Theos Ixarchanoth, his former master. He saw where the Grand Master had gone wrong, and what would be required to undo the harm Theos had wrought. With a flick of his wrist, he burned Theos's robe, headdress, and every other symbol of the man's power. Never again, he vowed, should Kith live in fear and blind obedience to an authority they did not understand. Armed with the knowledge and courage he had gained on his journeys with the Watcher, he set out on the long and lonely task of dismantling the
Oh,
Leaden Key.
badass.
After all that he had learned in the Watcher's company, Conor-Rua could no longer see meaning in his pursuit of the Tombi Oratoa. He decided to leave what remained of it within the depths of the Endless Paths and return home. Kana bid the Watcher farewell and sailed back to Rawatai, spending the tempestuous journey reflecting on the time he had lost to the pursuit of falsehoods. His family found Kana much changed, his fiery excitement replaced with a weary solemnity. Determined to change his wandering ways, Kana took up a quiet life as a lorekeeper at the college, teaching young students the traditions of their people.
Oh, nice.
With Theos defeated and the souls released from Sun and Shadow, healthy children were born once again in the Deerwood. The grieving mother sought a place where she might do penance for the birthing bell. She returned to Deerford, where, to the astonishment of the villagers, she delivered the first healthy child in over a decade. She remained there, and with each new birth, she saw a measure of hope restored to the Deerwood, and a measure of grace for her own troubled past. Durrance continued to blame Woodica for the atrocities of the Saints' War. Believing Margaret to have been a pawn in the machinations of the Queen that was, and feeling that Theos's expulsion had been a step towards reconciliation with his goddess, Durrance tried for a time to reopen communication with her. When only silence came, he took it as a condemnation of his continued existence. Ultimately, he built a pyre and threw himself upon it,
Okay.
using his own shattered staff as kindling. You and Sagani never found Persok together. The Adra figurine had gone dark by the time they emerged from Sun and Shadow, and it was another month before Sagani finally accepted that Persok's trail had gone cold.
Oh, that's
again.
sad.
Her search took her beyond the Deerwood and as far as the Living Lands. She saw the great coastal cities of Rawatai and the ruins of Old Valia, absorbing the details of these strange and distant lands. 20 years passed before the Adra figurine finally glowed again. When it did, she followed its signal to a quiet hamlet on the outskirts of Adir. There, she met a young farmer and told her of her past as an elder of Masuk. Sagani returned to a village that had forgotten her face, but remembered her story. Masuk greeted her with cautious warmth, and Sagani found that their ways had become strange to her. She also learned that Kalu had perished of winter fever a few years before, and her middle child, Najuo, had died in a raid. But she found her daughter Yakona a hunter and mother of 3, and her son Malak a builder of mighty walls. In them, she came to find her place in the village, and the familiar contours of a world that had changed in her absence. For you, the death of Theos brought an end to your waking visions, and a silence to the whispers of the past. In their absence, you were able to sleep. The questions of a distant lifetime ceased to trouble your soul. All that remained was what to make of the answer. But at the moment, there was little to be done, and the matter would have to wait. A long journey loomed ahead.
Okay, that is a nice ending. I love this game. Oh, credits! Nice! This was me! Evil Priest campaign. Next one will be an all-in campaign. All-in, 6 of them. Anyhow, love this game, and the modular ending is so good. So good. Thank you, Obsidian Entertainment and Paradox Interactive. See you guys next time, and I love you all. Bye bye.